Hi, I'm Ashura, and this is part 3 of the Classic Horde Hillsbrad story. Today we're putting the lore in lore playthrough, and I am taking you through the story and lore of this classic zone without all of the in-between stuff like me killing mobs and dying. So consider me your story delivery service. And without further ado, let's do this. So I realized, traipsing about in the real world, I found another breadcrumb quest for Hillsbrad, and I thought I would start by reading that. The Royal Apothecary Society is under extreme pressure from the Dark Lady to develop a new plague. We are working diligently and have made much progress. It is our belief that the success will be achieved much faster if we share information amongst the society. For that reason, I want you to deliver my latest findings to Apothecary Leiden in Terran Mill, a small town nestled in the Hillsbrad foothills. The journey will be a long one. Head south and stick to the roads. Follow the signs closely.
I am forsaken.
You have something for me. Ah, most excellent. Apothecary Renfarrell has my utmost respect. I am anxious to study his work.
Goodbye.
Honored with Undercity. Cool. And now that I've leveled up, I can actually grab some other quests.
I am forsaken.
High Executor Darthalia sent me to keep watch of Dune Garak from a distance. I had set up camp just out of sight, but when morning came and I had to boil water, I left to gather firewood. When I returned to camp, I discovered my gear was missing. Apparently, some dwarven scouts from Dungarak had passed by and made off with it. I need my sword. If you can get it back for me, I would be so grateful. So many dwarves there. It will be quite difficult to find the dirty little thief who stole it.
Remember patience.
I... probably not going to start on the quest. It's been a hot second, but I think I'm gonna go kill the humans of the mine. Something, though, that I had been thinking about but didn't actually say in previous videos is that I'm actually surprised at, I guess, the tone of these Forsaken. They're all very kind of kill happy. It's all kill the humans of Hillsbrad, do this. And I never really played through Horde quests, and it wasn't until some of my friends who played Forsaken and were really into Forsaken roleplay pointed out to me, they were like, yeah, Forsaken didn't really get humanized until before the storm? Maybe earlier? Correct me if I'm wrong. And I think I was just surprised reading some of the quests in previous videos. I mean, not that surprised, because it's pretty par for the course when it comes to Forsaken, but a little surprised.
I haven't got all day.
The Dark Lady will be pleased when she learns that she has a new mine from which she can arm her soldiers. Dwarves eating the humans? Damn those filthy little beasts. We shall test the strength of this so-called alliance. We'll see how anxious those little ankle bashers are to help the humans once they feel our wrath. We know exactly where their stronghold is in this territory. They have established a barracks in southeastern Hillsbrad along Thoradin's wall called Dungarak. The final mission of this battle is to lay siege on Dungarak Paladin. Captain Ironhill, their leader, must die.
Beware the living.
It's probably gonna hurt, but I think it's worth trying.
What is it?
You are quite the bounty hunter, Paladin. Well done.
Watch your back.
Cloth helm, heck yeah. Is that alright? There we go. She's like, what's happening?
Deception.
Any luck at Netherstead? Ah, the horrible reek of mudsnout blossoms. At least those filthy gnolls are good for something. Just when I thought another day was going to pass devoid of any joy, you brought me these marvelous mudsnout blossoms. First, I will mix them down into a fine composite. We'll then need Master Apothecary Farinel in the Undercity to apply his colloid of decay to it, and then we'll be ready for some good fun indeed. Here, take this mudsnout composite and run it off to Master Farinel at once, Ashura.
Victory for Sylvanas.
I guess worth doing that first. Ooh, clicky.
I'm listening.
My brother and I have dedicated ourselves to Sylvanas. She is our beacon of light when times were darkest. We sacrifice ourselves day in and day out to ensure our kind overcome the destiny that's chosen us. We will not remain weak. We will take that which is owed to us. We will return tenfold the pain that was done to us. And we shall do so with smiles on our faces. That's not the most undead thing I've ever heard.
What do you require?
Hello.
Watch your back. Speak quickly.
The Royal Apothecary Society shall heed the Dark Lady's call to uncover the new plague and drive Arthas and his heathen scourge army from the world once and for all. Is this a quest that's relevant? Razorfen Crawl. Nope. Okay, but I'll read it anyway. As you can see, Ashura, we're up to some very interesting experiments at the Royal Apothecary Society. As the master here, it is my job to oversee the most ambitious of our alchemical attempts. So much work and so little time. You look well-traveled for a paladin. Perhaps you can aid me. I'm in need of a rare substance. It's foul material. It comes from a rare species of bats, only found in the muck hole known as Razorfen Crawl. Bring to me the guano from Crawl Bats so we can begin our work.
Farewell.
I
What is
am
it?
probably never doing that quest. Can you not see I am busy, Paladin? The Dark Lady insists on a new plague before the scourge advance from Northrend overwhelms us. And with the human threat pressing from the south, time becomes my most precious commodity. This better be important. Apothecary Leiden sent you. Ah, why didn't you say so? Despite his gloomy disposition, Apothecary Leiden is one of our most dedicated and skilled members. The good chap sends Mudsnout composite. I know what our friend in Hillsbrad is up to now, and I like the way he thinks. The Dark Lady would be most impressed with the progress he is making toward the new plague. A Mudsnout composite. Absolutely brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? Let me contribute my colloid of decay to this devilish brew. In order to activate the contaminating agents in this mudsnout mixture, Leiden is going to need a strong troll's blood potion, as well as some dagger spine scales and torn fin eyes from the southern coast of Hillsbrad. He'll know what to do once you've gathered him all the reagents. And my, how anxious I am to hear how his experiment goes.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Ah, and suddenly everything's orange again. Okay. Let's go kill dwarves. Or at least try.
I am forsaken.
Your actions on the battlefield are worthy of the highest praise. I finished it! I straight up was just expecting another quest. Because you fought with such valor and perseverance in the Battle of Hillsbrad, I have written this commendation extolling your heroics in combat for the High Command to recognize. Take this sealed commendation to Varimathras in the Undercity. Go with pride, Paladin. Heck yes!
Beware, our enemies abound.
To be opened by Lord Varimathras.
Speak quickly.
Were you able to retrieve my sword, Shura? High Executor Darthalia will hang me from the rafters if she discovers my folly. You found it! Ah, I feel so complete with my precious sword back in my hand. Many thanks to you. Okay. Let's go back to the Undercity then. I like how this qualifies as a red quest now.
This benefit me. I'm always on the winning side.
Do not presume to speak to me as though you are my equal, Paladin. Sylvanas is my queen, and I will do as she bids. If you do not show the proper respect, I assure you, we can find a more than suitable place for you in the Nether. But there is no reason we cannot have words if you wish to aid the Dark Lady. Really perfect that I wore my Sylvanas sweatshirt today. Okay. What brings a paladin all the way to the Undercity from the battlefield? So you are the infamous paladin who struck such a decisive blow against the Alliance forces in the Hillsbrad foothills. Word of your glorious exploits traveled quickly to the Undercity. You have quite a future in the Dark Lady's ranks if you continue to show such leadership and expertise in battle. While our primary threat is the Lich King's Scourge army descending from the north, the human problem continues to impede our plans. You, however, have shown that the humans can and will fall. Don't know what upgrade to take, cause... Yes! It's actually really interesting. Like, it's no surprise that at this time all Sylvanas is focused on is killing Arthas, because that's pretty much her main goal. But it's interesting going back through some of these quests and seeing them talk about how, like, it's basically foreshadowing for Wrath of the Lich King, right? And like, these would have been classic, like vanilla classic quests. These wouldn't have been specific to TBCC, but I'd never like really actively thought about that amount of foreshadowing in quests before. Okay. Even though I have maybe like 2 more quests, I think I'm probably gonna end this video here and pick up the rest of the zone in part 4. I don't know how much of the zone is left. I was told that there are a few like heroic Alterac quests, so the next video might be 2 minutes, it might not be, I don't know, we'll see. But that is all for part 3 of Hillsbrad. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. This is the most awkward exchange of my life. What the heck? Why did I aggro it from that far away? That's inappropriate. I don't like this. What do you mean, resist? I think I can get this guy. Nope, 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 nope. That's a nope. Come on.